resolution for today specifically is to get prepared for the garden. And I'm going to be putting a little garden in my backyard where I've been saving compost from the goats. And it has been grown over a little bit with grass. So my job today is to rake all of it down, and then I'm going to take all of the spent hay that's in both of the goat pastures and I'm going to cover it up and get it ready for spring planting. So I got the outline of what about I want it to be with the raked out grass, and now I'll go in and try to pull up as much of this rooted grass as I can, and then rake all of the compost out. I'll probably go clean out my rabbit cages, bringing that over here, and then I'll cover everything with that spent hay. And yeah. This little garden plot in my backyard is going to be designated mainly for tomatoes and peppers. Tomatoes are my favorite thing to grow, and I might have went a little bit overboard when it came to ordering seed varieties this year, and that might be due to the fact that I had a pretty bad year last year as far as the garden goes. Well, as far as the year goes, was pretty rough. I was pretty sick and I wasn't able to tend to the garden. It was very hot and unusually wet, and I wanted to cram as much food into one area as I could and planted everything way too close together, and the soil was not healthy in the least. So that obviously did not work out very well. I had a lot of plants and not very many tomatoes that got sick, and I wasn't able to take care of them. So I want to put as many varieties in this little space as I can without overcrowding them, so that I have a lot to choose from and to figure out which ones I like the best. I have a few other garden plots over on my parents' properties, but this one in particular I think is going to be great with all this compost that I have saved from the goats for the last 2 years. I am very excited to see what will come out of this. So I aggravatingly found an old burn pile, trash pile underneath the compost. So I gotta try to dig that out. It's like old boards and it looks like some shingles, maybe a plastic bag, so we'll see what's under there and get that out. A big pile of old shingles and a couple pieces of wood. I think it was from an old doghouse. And for whatever reason, I thought it was a good idea to start throwing compost on top of it. That was my bad. But I've got some really good dark soil to work with. Oh my goodness, look, the sunshine. I haven't seen it in days. But now I've got some good dark soil to work with. I need to go clean out the rabbit hutches anyway, and I'm going to just toss that on top for good measure and cover it with hay. Should have got y'all a closer look at all of the life that was in this. Bugs and mycelium and worms and just all the good stuff. And we won't talk about the shingles that I found, but other than that, it's pretty good. Okay, I got my rabbit poop. I'm going to scatter along here. I had more, but this should be good for now. I don't want to over fertilize it, but it is going to be a few months before anything goes in here anyway, so with the hay on top of that, it should give the worms and everything enough time to break this down. Plus, you can put rabbit poop, fresh rabbit poop on your garden, and it doesn't hurt it, so here we go. This is probably one of the biggest projects that I have attempted to complete in probably 8 months or so since I've been sick, so I was struggling a little bit, but I got it almost finished before I needed help. Now we just got to put the hay on top of it, and we'll be done. It's a little later in the day, and Sean helped me get the rest of this hay shoveled out of Bubby's pen and layered on top of the garden. So that's going to help smother out the rest of the grass that's going to come through, help keep the weeds down until springtime, and I'll probably just keep layering hay on there the rest of the season. And yeah, so that's how I turned my compost pile into a garden, and I think this is going to grow some really great tomatoes and peppers. I did not have luck with my tomatoes and peppers this past year. Just planted too close together in really crappy soil, and then, you know, rough year. It was very wet and hot, and just planting too close together, so much disease set in, and the weeds got the best of me, and then I got sick, so I couldn't take care of it. So this is going to be much better. I'm very excited. I've got so many different varieties of tomatoes coming, people, and yeah, so I'll keep y'all updated. I will have a seed haul video coming very soon because I placed that order today. But I will see you guys in the next video. Happy New Year!